Take a drive from downtown along Broad Street. You run into Lincoln Financial Field, the home of the Eagles here in South Philadelphia. So pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set, and off we go here on EA Sports. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll mark them down up at the 44-yard line.
We met with these coaches during the week, Mike. They told us the emphasis this week about getting the run game going early, and we see it here. Nice first play pickup, fresh set of downs.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And they'll take this down inside the 35.
For that play to work, Mike, you have to distort the defensive line at the point of attack. And what that means is the offensive lineman, you need one of them to win their block. Move the defender out of his gap. Because when you do, you can see there is a nice run lane for the back to hit.
To the ground, a 1st down run. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down.
Ready. Go!
Motion man, set right. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
Let's give some love to the big guys up front here, Mike. The offensive line is looking good here early to start the game. Couple nice big explosive runs. Expect them to continue to lean on the big guys up front as the rest of this game unfolds.
The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
Ready.
2nd and 7. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. First and 10. They'll run it for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
They go three tight ends here on first and 10. Pitts is the man in motion. On first down, right back to Robinson. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll look to throw. His first throw of the game is going to be intercepted. That's the linebacker, Jack Gibbons. And the Eagles will have great field position right around midfield.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
They face 2nd down and 7. Now they'll set up to throw. They'll try to hit him with a screen. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9. Here's a handoff out of the gun. Can he get away? No! He's taken down behind the line. Good job by the defense with a negative play.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
He'll get this out wide. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively, it'll set up a 4th down.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes, so give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
And back to work goes Elliott after making the field goal. He'll send this one away. And this one is fielded in the end zone. Will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
Give them 14 on that one. It's good for a Falcon 1st down. So after 1, it's the Eagles with the early advantage. And we're back in Philly in a moment. It's a give up the middle to Robinson. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Here comes 3rd and 6. This is intercepted. Picked off by Quinyon Mitchell. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Eagles. We saw it earlier, the defense on the quarterback with the earlier interception. And now, Greg, not only do they pick him, they turn it into a pick 6.
And, Mike, the reality is this has just been a bad first half throwing the football. I mean, not only is it a 2nd interception, but this time the defense gets their hands on the ball, and they're able to take it all the way back for the pick 6.
Elliott on now for the PAT. His kick is good. And the Eagles move further out in front. It is now 17-0. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. Right back to the air following that pick 6. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
And here comes Robinson on a toss to the right. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
The offense is trying to test the edges of the perimeter of this defense, Mike, but the defense is just too quick to the ball. Total team defense, pursuit, 11 hats to the ball carrier. It's exactly what we saw here. Keep that game to nothing.
Third and long. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down. Like living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And he is going backwards. Good coverage there to make sure he did not get free. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
His drive will start on the ground. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
They'll stick with him again. And he's got it. 1st down. A pickup of 4.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on 2nd down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the 1st down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
Right back to him on 1st down. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down. Now this time they'll look to throw. He'll find his receiver, Johnny Wilson. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the 1st down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can draw up all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
On 1st and 10, it's a handoff. Wait a minute, it's a reverse. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. They put Wilson in motion. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up third down.
3rd and a yard. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. The defense all over that. Met him in the backfield, stopped in his tracks, and it sets up 4th down. Here's Jake Elliott now to try the field goal. This is going to be from 53 yards out. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Eagles open it up a bit further. They now lead 20-0. And back to work goes Elliott after making the field goal. He'll send this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. And for the 3rd time in this first half, he's been intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
There's really no other way to put it, Mike. This has just been a rough outing for the young rookie quarterback. And I think everyone understands going into these games, there's going to be ups and downs. There's going to be learning moments that these guys are going to gain that they can only gain through experience. The problem is, it's really hard to have positive learning experiences when you throw 3 picks. He's got to see the field better. He's got to anticipate better. And ultimately, he just needs to play better for his offense to have a chance.
Right away, they'll try a jet sweep. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
He had plenty of juice coming across to get the ball, Mike, but he hit a whole new gear after he secured it and began getting vertical. By comparison, it looked like a lot of the defenders who had a shot at him were a little flat-footed and ended up getting burned for a big gain.
He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down. So the Eagles will use their first time out here, and they stop it with 19 seconds to go in this opening half.
Okay, ready?
They'll come up to 3rd and 3. And that is incomplete.
And this offense just cannot get anything going right now on 3rd down. If you ask any offensive play caller throughout the entire league, Mike, the importance of 3rd down, maintaining possession, making the defense stay on the field and have long extended it is critical to not only scoring points, but ultimately winning in the NFL.
On the set.
The field goal unit on the sideline. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down.
Go.
From out of the gun, he'll throw. That's incomplete. Daring call on 4th down. Does not work out. And it results in a turnover on downs.
And here we have a real gutsy call here, Mike, early. Offensively, I think you're giving up a surefire field goal attempt, but at the same time, you're demonstrating to your players, hey, offense, I have a lot of trust in you, and let's see if they have this same approach as the rest of this game plays on.
Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Back to throw here to begin the drop. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. So we've reached halftime here in South Philly, and the Eagles are on top as we get you down to Florida, Orlando specifically. For the coaches, Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. On 1st down, it's Robinson. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
Pickup. 2nd and 6. After 34 yards.
Now Penix to throw on 2nd down. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion. He was looking for his tight end, Dawson Knox. Now it's going to be 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down. Here's Penix. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the 3rd quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive, but instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Going down the middle of the field, and he's got his tight end. Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far, but that one gives him a 1st down. A handoff as they try to run it here. And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. He's got a receiver wide open, left side. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Elliott now for the extra point. He gets it to go. And the Eagles able to add on. It is now 27-0. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
Let's go now.
On 1st and 10, it's Penix. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. And here's Bijan. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. And 9. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. And that is incomplete.
So here in the 2nd half, it's obvious the offense finds themselves in a tough spot, trailing by this many points. But really what makes it difficult is when you have to operate, Mike, in a comeback situation where you have to air the ball out every single play, it stresses your offensive line, it stresses your quarterback, it stresses your playmakers. It is just a really difficult way to play offensive football in the NFL, and they've got to do it really for the remainder of this half.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
Receiver in motion, going right. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's go. Go.
Here's a run going left. He'll work this ahead for 2, maybe 3. Rook Orororo there on the tackle.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 6.
3rd and 6. Now a give, but here comes a reverse. A gain there of 11. 1st down, Philadelphia.
Mike, you want to convert on 3rd down? Get the ball in your hands of your best players. And this guy, he is a playmaker. Whether it's out catching passes like he's used to, or working as a runner instead.
They'll motion the tight end, Smith. They'll go with a counter on 1st down. Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line.
What you see there is really the key to a good free safety blitz. Time the snap so that the offense cannot determine that you're rushing. It's exactly what happened here. He's able to bring the ball carrier down for a loss.
They'll motion the tight end, Smith. And they'll stop it. At least it's an improvement over the last play. They're not losing yardage, but it didn't gain any here. And now it's going to be 3rd down.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground, Mike. There was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
3rd and long. They'll try to get this one on the ground. Forget about it. They're going to lose more yardage there. Good job by the defense, and it's 4th down. Here comes the Eagles punt team. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. Here's Robinson. And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. From the gun, here is Penix. There's Kyle Pitts with the grab. And he's going to be taken down up around the 24-yard line.
And up until this point, we haven't seen a lot go their way, but here in the 3rd quarter, they're starting to find some plays. They're starting to get some opportunities. Just got to ask yourself if it's too little, too late.
And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. From the gun, it's Penix. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game. Like, we just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop. Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
No movement from the punt team. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. 4th down, and here's Penix. That is incomplete. They took a chance throwing it on 4th and short, but not to be, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Yeah, in this game, Mike, it's just gotten away from them here in the 3rd quarter. They're pretty much forced every possession. They're going to have to go for it and really press the issue, and I'm not even sure if that's going to be enough to get them back into this one.
They'll put a receiver in motion right. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. And he's going to be brought down here on what will turn out to be the final play of the third quarter. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8.
Let's go.
And he'll get this close to a first down. Gets about 7, maybe a yard short of the first down.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. They'll motion the tight end, Smith.
Go.
On 3rd down, they'll try to get it on the ground. And he's going to be brought down right. Yellow line, but the official signal, he's got enough for the first down.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
They'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10.
Roll, roll, roll. Hut, hut.
They'll stay on the ground. And he'll be stopped at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. To the ground after the penalty, and he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Lane closed quickly, and here comes 3rd down. Back to the ground, he'll get it again. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Wow, a little change of play call here, and that's typically not what we see at this down and distance. That's typically a passing down, Mike, that they catch the defense off guard, keep the ball on the ground, and they're able to pick up enough for the first down.
They've got it at the 8, 1st down and goal. Here's a run. Down to the 4. It'll be 2nd and goal. even though it's second down, the field goal unit is coming on. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Eagles will extend their lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
And back to work goes Elliott after making the field goal. He'll send this one away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. Wow, indecision right away. Delay of game to start this drive. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down. Now Penix. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
This pains me to say, Mike, because I love the idea of feeding the tight end, but you can only go his way so many times if it's not going to result in positive outcomes. So wouldn't be surprised to see him try to get his backs, his wide receivers, get some other guys involved, and then later in the game, go back to his big tight end. This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump. And they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
Now fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. This drive will start on the ground, and he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They'll stick with him again. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Here's 2nd and 2. Now give on the ground, and he'll take this one forward for about 3, and that's a 1st down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
Down to a knee here. The defense still has a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they're going to use them. The defense can stop it twice more as the kneel down comes. So it's a win here for the Eagles. And this was as good as it gets. All three phases of the game in perfect harmony as they post the lopsided shutout victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olsen and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Eagles are winners, as we say, so long from South Philly.